Hey guys, welcome to my glowing summer eyes tutorial. This is a really quick tutorial using my new NARS Narsissist palette that I just got the other day at Sephora and I'm madly in love with it. So getting started, I am going to be priming my eyes using the Lorac Behind the Scenes primer, and I'm just setting this a thin layer on my lids, and it's just going to keep everything from creasing and getting gross later. Now I am going to grab the Kat Von D Shade Light palette with my Morphe M411, and I'm going to take this like medium cool brown shade, and I'm going to put this into my crease. This is just going to make it look like I have a deeper crease than I do. It's also going to make blending easier later. This is just like a foolproof way to make sure that your looks look put together and blend nicely. Just adding this little extra step makes things so much easier later on in the process. So I'm really just going to take this nice pointed brush and I'm really going to work that into the crease and focus on blending it all. This right here is a kind of peachy, pinky, nudie. I don't even know what to call this shade, but this has been amazing for blending out darker colors like that medium brown one I just used. I put this one over the top of that, like above, and it just kind of blends things a little bit better and makes it look even smoother later. Now I'm taking the M408 and I'm going to dip into my NARS palette, and the first shade I'm going to use is Andromeda, I think that's how you say it, and I'm just going to use this nice little packing kind of brush to pack it onto my lid. And by doing this, it's going to keep it from having a bunch of fallout. It's going to give it a lot more of a color payoff. I didn't show before because I'm silly, but I sprayed my brush with Fix Plus, and that really, this palette is like made for that. It really makes the shades pop. It's meant to be used wet or dry, but wet is definitely better. So to get that glowy look, I got it wet, and now I'm tapping it onto my lid to give me that extra color and make sure that it's not too sheer. So I'm really going to take my time with this nice little dense brush and really pat that on right below my crease. And it's going to blend up a little bit later, so that's why I don't want to go too high because I don't want the shimmer to be in my crease. So I'm really going to focus that on the lid, and then later when I blend it, it's going to work itself out. So really just take your time is the biggest thing with this. Now I'm going to go back in with that same brush I used before, and I'm going to add with no extra color on it at all. I'm just going to blend a little bit more so that the lines are nice and soft and not harsh at all. Excuse my daughter, you can probably hear her screaming at my husband in the background. Right here I am taking this shade, and this shade is Sycorax? I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say most of these. This is beautiful purple shade, and I actually don't use this one wet. I use this one dry, and I'm using the Morphe M508. I can't really see the numbers on here, but this is just a smaller version of the one I just used, and I'm going to use patting motions again to make sure I don't have a bunch of fallout, and it's going to place a little bit more color since I'm using it dry. It's going to place a little bit more color where I want it. It's going to just make everything a little bit easier. And then to kind of give me a sort of cat eye effect, I just take it by its side like you just saw right there and place it with an angle, and that just helps a little bit. And always, you know, don't be afraid to use your fingers to blend out if you need to. Now I'm going to go back into the first brush I used, which was the M411, and I'm going to just kind of soften up the outer parts since people are going to see that quite a bit when I'm talking and stuff. In person, I just want to make sure that it's not harsh and crazy or jagged or anything like that. I really want this look to be kind of smoked out since it's going to be like a daytime glowing summer eyes kind of look. I really just want to make sure that it's soft but still has that drama, you know, kind of like the best of both worlds. So a lot of times with these darker kind of shades, you are going to have to go back. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of going back and adding more color where I may have lost it when I blended. And then again, going in with that same brush, and with any kind of dark shadow that is left from blending before, I'm going to bring that to the inner part of the crease. Now I'm taking my Fix Plus, and you see me spray it this time. I think that brush is the Real Techniques Definer brush. I cannot think of the name, but I'm going to go in with that same Andromeda that I used before, nice and wet on the inner corner to really add that extra pop of highlight. To make it really just stand out and make me look glowy, which is the whole point of this video really, is to have that really glowy look, you know, make it look like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like makes me think of like I'm angelic or something, you know, just really give me that little bit of ethereal glow. So now for the final touch. This is going to be the Tarte Lights Caramel Lashes. I am in love with this mascara, although I am a self-proclaimed mascara junkie. I love this mascara, but I didn't realize when I started filming that this was an older tube that I had meant to like throw out, so it's not as smooth as I like it. It actually irritated my eyes. Ladies and gents, once your mascara gets to 3 months, definitely throw it out. Don't do what I did and put it aside and then forget to throw it out, because I kind of regretted that later that day. My eyes were super irritated and the mascara didn't look as nice as I wanted it to. It was kind of frustrating, but you know what? You just kind of go with it at this point. So I put it on the top and bottom lashes to kind of finish up the look. No liner today, as you can see. And this is the finished look. The camera doesn't really capture it. It looks so much better in person, but you know, I was kind of in a rush that day. So anyways, thank you for watching. I love you so much, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Bye!